Kunjiri, who had never contested for any office throughout his life, and carrying the weight of responsibility on his shoulders of people who want a new Uganda he had fought for in a guerrilla war from 1982 to 1986. Perhaps it's down to character. Dr Besigye's character has accumulated trust, created long-term dependability, and guided him to make ethical choices for which we revere him. Besigye's character is the foundation of the man we gather here to celebrate. Dr Besigye is not my relative, he is not my friend, but at my age, I have had a rare privilege of shaking hands with him, and he also hugged me. I have met Besigye at his office here. I have visited him at home in Kasangati, and I also visited him in Luzira prison wearing this same school uniform. When I visited him in Luzira prison, he talked to me on phone from behind a soundproof glass. Besigye told me bed bugs are biting him. He was wearing a yellow uniform, and he told me it's mandatory to wear the yellow uniform. I left Luzira devastated that he did hug me. You people, I don't know about you, but for me, when I see Besigye, I see a very humble and respectful man. I have seen pictures of Dr Besigye kneeling down to greet old people. I saw a picture of Besigye kneeling to greet an old woman seated on grass. I saw a picture of Besigye kneeling down to greet an old man seated in the chair. I have personally seen Besigye come out of his chair to greet and hug me. You people, if Besigye hugs you, you feel like you were hugged by Jesus. It's a personal feeling. But the best of them all is his smile. Besigye is a very beautiful smile which warms hearts and minds. I want to see him smiling all the time. I have also observed Besigye serve food and drinks to his visitors. As a young girl, I have also listened to people say very many good things about Dr Besigye. I then ask myself, why does the government hate a good man like Besigye? Why does police beat up Besigye, torture and arrest him many times? Why has government kept Besigye in Luzira prison eating bad posho and beans and where bed bugs bite him? Why is Besigye forced to wear a yellow uniform and yet he likes blue? It appears to me that government doesn't like him. In fact, the way government has mistreated Besigye, it looks like they hate him and they want all of us to hate him. How can we hate a good man? Maybe the government will teach us young people how to hate good people. But we are not going to hate Besigye because he is a good man. Besigye is a humble man. He is an honest man with integrity. We are not celebrating Besigye because he has reached 70 years, for there are men who made 70 years without creating an impact. Besigye has been impactful and also touched our lives in a very profound way. If the government is making Dr Besigye look bad, then the government is not good at all. Besigye fought to bring this government to power. Why does government beat up Besigye? Why does government beat up Besigye all the time? Why has government arrested and detained Besigye hundreds of times? Is it because Besigye said we want Uganda? Why does government fear change? Whether we want it or not, change is a factor of life. And change will happen. What we need to do is to prepare ourselves for change so that when change finally comes, it finds us ready to welcome it and embrace it. Happy birthday, Dr. Besigye. Thank you for leading all these people here and other Ugandans to seek for a new Uganda. May God bless you always. Happy birthday, Dr. Besigye.
Wow! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful speech.
You can see how organized she is.
Yes.
When she told me she has words, I thought she was just coming to talk for a few minutes.
Oh, she
Thank
knew
you
where
so
she
much
was
for
coming.
being
Thank you so
organized.
much.
We wish you the best. May you be the future Minister of Health.
Thank you so much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, allow me to invite the Honorable Semujunganda to take us to the next session because we have so many party leaders. But before that, allow me welcome Owechitiibwa. Owechitiibwa. Matthias Mbuga Nsamba. Coordinator walk to work.
I also want to recognize Madam Binanyima Edith, the one who nominated me when I was contesting for MP National. Thank you so much. DP Agumire, DP Waye.
We are close to the end of this function, KB at 70, but we have leaders from political parties that have graced this occasion. In no particular order, I'm going to be inviting them to salute Besigye and say hello to you. We intend to be out of this place maximum the next 1 hour, maximum. I want to begin with the Honorable Kennedy Chamu to say salute to Besigye and say hello to you.
You can clap, people. We're not at a burial. Ken Chalmers is the man.
Mr. President, Monsieur le Président of PFF, the family of Dr. Besigye, the established office of PFF, the distinguished leaders of political parties here, ladies and gentlemen. I have been fascinated by the national anthem of Kigezi. So much so that I cannot believe that we can exist continuously without putting in force what the Kigezi anthem says, namely regional federal government in Uganda. I came with a delegation, but some of them have been introduced. Honorable Susan Nampija, the woman. Mr. Sabina Grace, who is representing the Secretary General. Mr. Kalanzi Robinson. Lydia Kwagala, representing the women folk. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say, but I make sure that I say what I want to say in the minimum of time. First of all, without prejudice, I am so much excited to see an occasion of this magnitude organized in very difficult times. Thank you very much, PFF. When we see an occasion of this kind taking place in very difficult times, without knowing how much suffering is surrounding Dr. Besigye, we cannot understand. I would like to thank everybody for the sympathy you have extended to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Dr. Besigye has impressed many people, including political parties. When I stood in 2005, I stood to surety for Dr. Besigye after being captured at Busega. You remember how he was dragged into court unceremoniously. And many of my colleagues in parliament said, you are risking. I said, no, I am not risking. He's a man we must assist at this very business time. I did not regret assisting Dr. Besigye as a surety. He has not let me down. As if that was not enough, Dr. Besigye is a rare species of humanity. He knows and respects political friendship. I remember when I lost my mother in Kyotera, Lutunga. On a very rainy day of the burial, he took trouble to travel to Lutunga and give me company to say farewell to my mom, Elizabeth Nanteza. I would like to honor him. I have not come to merely pray for him. I have also come to honor the man. He's a man of dignity. He's a man of passion. He's a man of love. He's a man of joy. He's a man of sentiment. He's a man of his word. We must emulate some experience and examples out of the man. Out of so many people I've read about regarding the history of Uganda, I have not come across a man so devoted to the growth of the opposition in the way I have seen Dr. Besigye. I have not seen a man who has committed himself, including the possible sacrifice to his life so that Uganda reigns on beyond Besigye the man. And what I'm talking about, Besigye, is not only surrounded here. Throughout the continent of Africa, Dr. Besigye remains a great man and a fighter for freedom. Now, before I leave the floor, I have something to say. What should we do in a situation prescribed by Dr. Honorable Mugisha Muntu General? Thank you for the nice speech you have given. It has excited us, but we cannot simply leave it in space. The opposition must recollect itself, must correct the errors we have been swinging through so that we build a new mapping capable of making us great in the next Uganda. The opposition is lacking. There are many opportunities for us to take this man on. I mean the president of Uganda, who is an omnipotent dictator. We should not simply look. Let us put aside our smaller differences so that we map out a manifestation capable of bringing a new political force in Uganda tomorrow. Otherwise, if we go by what we are seeing, we are just joking. I propose that NUP changes its ways of treating things. We admire you. You are a political party of meaning, but you have a lot to do because you are supposed to pioneer our struggle. How much have you done? Do something beyond what you are doing now so that we move forward to change this country. Otherwise, don't simply talk because you are talking. Let us join hands in terms of ideology and intellect to see a new mapping in the chapter that will take us to the moon. In the absence of that, there is a big problem. I would like to end with a small poem which I'm dedicating to you all for the good of Dr. Kizza Besigye. It is a poem called Uganda is Paradise. Uganda is the land of the sun. It is the land of the leopards. It is the land of the lions. It is the land of the birds. At the Maction Falls, when the waters flow, the lions roar, the giraffes yawn and the rains fall. Uganda is a nation of many nations with spectacular resources, a rich mosaic of culture found nowhere else in the continent of Africa. You have also unique ethnic groupings, the Aruru, Achori, Abachiga, Karamojong. They are also kings, unique kings, spectacular kings. The Emorimori of Teso, the Rot of Lamu, the Jabazinga of Busoga, the Adora of Buketi, the Singa of Renzulu, the Mukama of Toro, the Mukama of Bunyoro, the Omukuka of Bugishu. In Uganda, the Kabaka reigns, it does not rule, but it still commands. They also birds, the spectacular birds, the African skimmer, the shoe-bill stock, the fish eagle. There are also trees, unique trees, on which tradition commands. Ficus nantalensis, Umutuwa, Grevillea robusta, Croton acacia. There are many nations, but unique nation. The most unique nation is Uganda. What have you done? You are looking at me, you are smiling at me. Make Uganda change. Don't simply sit down and talk and laugh. The time is now. Please wake up. Uganda, Uganda, Uganda.
Thank you very much. I was going to ask you to clap for Honorable John Kennedy Chams. When I moved closer, I was not reminding him of time, but I had not mentioned the Mutuba. I want to invite the delegation from FDC. Please clap for them as they come.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all to have come here on this big occasion. I am here as an FDC, and I believe apart from UPC, DP, and the Chairman's Party, most of you are from FDC, original FDC. However, I don't have much to say, except two things. One, in 1980, when President Kamberege Nyerere came to visit Uganda, I was economic advisor to the Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Kategaya, and Dr. Samson Kiseka. And we were at a reception in State House, old State House. President Nyerere came where we are talking to President Museveni. By then he was very easy to talk to. And he said, "Hey bwana, mwangalie hiyo kijana ni nyosi ya uraisi." Anybody who knows Kiswahili? What does that mean? It meant, Sebo, oh sir, look what this young man is, a presidential material. I think that was 1988 or 87. Indeed, Dr. Besigye is a presidential material. Another point I want to make to you, I was in exile for 17 years. 11 of them I spent them in South Africa. And I became a member of ANC, African National Congress. I met many people. We are the external wing of ANC. We are from Tanzania, Ghana, and Uganda. At that time, Mandela was on Robben Island. around 1982 or 83, he was moved from Robben Island to Portsmouth, a prison on the mainland. We used to meet as external wing of ANC. I will tell you one thing, that during those years, I used to organize meetings in my house, and when the Soweto uprising came about 1986, the leader of the student union was called Mashinini. I housed him for a few days, and he was evacuated and was taken to Liberia for his safety, because South African police, they used to call it boss, used to come to Botswana and pick all South Africans who were opposed to apartheid regime. But what surprised me, because the South African ANC and PSC and Zimbabwe's party at that time, it was called Rhodesia, we used to meet in my house many times. But before the rest of the world got to know, Mandela started meeting. Mandela, Professor Mandela, started meeting with the apartheid leaders. I want to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, who are here celebrating the 70th birthday of Dr. Besigye, that we need to talk to each other. If Mandela can talk to South Africa, Dr. Besigye was the leader of South Africa at that time. If we could talk to you, we could talk to each other. I see the figure here, the leader of FDC. We used to be together with it. Nope. We used to be together, and Dr. Besigye used to give us assignments. I think we can talk to each other, get united. That's the only way we can deal with the present regime. Unity. Talking is not surrendering. Gentlemen, talking is not surrendering. We cannot keep doing the same thing and expect different results. So I want to plead to you, all people in the opposition, find the time in your hearts so that we can get together, form a united front to confront the ruling party. There are so many things which I could talk about. I thank Mugisha Muntu for a good speech he made. It was a very good analysis. But finally, I want to tell you and ask you that it's time to unite together, forget differences, don't keep grudges. People make mistakes. I have seen people who pretend to be what they are not. In English, we say hypocrites. Members of parliament have betrayed us many times over. We can forget about parliament. We, as opposition, let's get together, form a united front to confront the ruling party. I thank you very much. Asante sana.